All right, I want to do a little electrician's bag, a typical everyday use for electrician's bag. Maybe this will help out some young apprentices or maybe other guys looking to lighten up the load. I don't know, but this is what I carry pretty much every day. I'm a commercial licensed electrician. So this is basically what I carry every day. Now you're gonna need more tools than this. And some days you might need less, but you know, this is pretty heavy. I don't know what the weight is. Obviously the drills are adding some weight. So this is a Klein backpack. I don't know if this is the first generation. This is definitely an older backpack. I actually got this backpack a really cheap deal. Where I live, they do swap meets. I live in Massachusetts, Attleboro, Massachusetts. At the Xfinity Center, they do I don't know if they still do it, they probably do. There's a swap meet. So basically, a bunch of people would just go out, they buy like a spot and you could sell stuff. It's kind of like a flea market, but it's a lot of car stuff, a lot of automotive. But there was a retired electrician who had some tools out, I think it was. And this was a brand new backpack. I got it for 40 bucks. I think these were retailing for like 90 at the time. Still had a tag on and everything. But I've had this bag, and that was years ago. Oof, it was like the first year I was dating my wife. So maybe back in 2015. So I've had it for a while. It's 2023 now. So I've had this backpack for a while. Backpack-wise, I don't think they do this feature anymore, Klein. Or I don't know if any of the other brands do this feature, but I actually do really like it, putting the drills there. And, you know, you can fit the drill in a charger right here, which is nice. I used to put my Makitas. They were a little bit more lighter than the DeWalt. These are a little bit heavier weight. But this is where I put my drills. Get these out of the way for now. But that's where those usually go, is right there. The outsides, you usually don't carry much. Roll of tape. Sometimes my level goes here. The rotor splits usually are in, but these are rotor splits. If you're a commercial electrician, you're gonna need these. These are what splits the MC cable. You're gonna want these. Inside, this bag is really old. It's beat. The zipper part broke off almost immediately. The zipper track here is all messed up, and I don't blame that on heavy use. I just think it was I don't love Klein stuff. I really don't. Other than their hand tools, pliers, screwdrivers, everything else I don't like. This almost was like bad right away. The zipper is a pain in the butt to undo. So here we go. And I put this little copper tab on here. Piece of wire doesn't really do a good job, but I guess it's better than nothing. So first thing, this thing is jam-packed. It is jam-packed with tools. Oh, there goes that. So first things first, out of the bag is going to be my small tool pouch. I usually keep this on my belt right here. And this has, you know, a pen tester, tick tracer, whatever you want to call them. Definitely want to keep one of those on you. I keep a small tape measure in here. My DeWalt 16, that's what I usually keep in there. That's what I usually keep on me. I keep I usually don't keep this, but I have it. It's good to have. I definitely would keep one on you all the time. It's good to have some kind of testing device. A Sharpie, well, Inksol from Milwaukee. I like these better than Sharpie. I feel like they last longer. I like these. I usually keep an extension. My extension broke on me the other day, so I've been using this longer quarter inch extension, if you will. And then inside here is miscellaneous, just miscellaneous little things. Some single MC connectors, some screws, you know, a drill bit. That's usually I keep. The small pouch. This is actually this is old and really beat. I need to get a new one of these. I do like these little things. I don't know what I mean, Mago clip or something like that. These are nice. There used to be a magnet here. You can put your screws there while you're working. If you're like, you know, taking a panel cover off, you just put the screws there. The front pouch is where I keep a lot of my bits. You definitely want to keep Phillips on you. A 5/16 is what you're going to use probably a lot, mostly. This is a nice one because it goes quarter and 5/16. I forgot the brand. I got this at Home Depot a while ago in the plumbing section. It was like 10 bucks. You can get them on Amazon. And then some other miscellaneous. Usually don't keep my bits in here, my bigger bits. But I was doing something the other day where I had a lot of them on me. But I keep them in the front there. So that's this pouch. The other pouch, what I keep on my right side here, is this is my everyday pouch, my everyday tools, what I'm using every day basically. So strippers, obviously, I like the Milwaukee because I use them as needle noses. These are really nice, heavy duty. I love these, recommend them. I don't think it was that bit. Tape, you're always going to need tape. Always have rolls of tape on there. The knife clips right on there, which is nice. You're always going to have a knife on you at all times. The side angle cutters, I like the angled ones. These tools are all heavily used. Nothing's new here. These are all really old. These pliers are old, so like 2018. Now, I really should update all this, get some new stuff. I just spending all my money on power tools that the hand tools that I use every day kind of get neglected. I got old ones. Klein flathead, I like the longer ones. Yeah, you can see that head there is really used. Definitely need a new one. The 10 in 1, 11 in 1, I don't know how many in 1 this is, but definitely I like these. You know, because you got all your different socket sizes, miscellaneous socket sizes, and then this one was really nice. I broke it recently, so I kind of need to get it. You can get these on Amazon for like 15 bucks. They're this is a tap tool in this, which is really handy to have. You know, when you put in like the 632s, and so say you strip out a 632, you can go right to 832, or if you have a thread that's a little messed up, you can fix it. It goes all the way up to quarter, which is nice. So I do like having this Klein 10 in 1 with the tap. It's really nice. My favorite pair of channel locks. These are Knipex. I don't know how to say the brand. I actually found these. My brother had them randomly. I was like, hey, I'll trade you for those. Really nice. I don't know if there's a part number here. I don't know if you can purchase these. I know I've seen other people with different style of Knipex. I really like these ones. They're nice. Nice pair of channel locks. They're small, but they got a great ergonomic bite to them. I carry these in this pouch right next to my linesman's. These are South Wire. These are old. They're beat. Definitely need a new pair. But they work, so I still use them. Usually linesman's, they're good until you get a blowhole in them. These are really, really beat. I definitely need a new pair. But yeah. Those. I keep a Harbor Freight little pen light on me at all times, just sitting right there. This is a $20 light from Harbor Freight. Definitely recommend having a little pen light. And then this was a Pico pencil, I believe. I like these pencils. They're awesome. Highly recommend them. It usually, you know, stays right in there and right next to the flashlight. This shouldn't be in here, but it is. It's a longer Milwaukee Phillips bit. And then these are Klein, I believe. No, these are Gardner Bender. I don't know the brand. Little 1/2-inch lock nut tool. Nice to have every once in a while. And this is a Cobalt leather pouch. Really nice pouch. You know, I like that it has the two separate. I've had the older one. I think it was Greenlee, where it had a smaller main pouch, and then it had only one front smaller pouch, and then the two screwdriver ones. I like this because you get the two tools. You know, your main tools, your angle cutters, and your strippers, and then you have all the, you know, if I'm ever doing something else where, you know, another, these, like I said, this is my main carry every day, and this pouch is big enough so if I have to carry something else with me, I'm trying to see, like a pipe reamer, I can just kind of slide that in there and see, or, you know, some wrenches. It has extra room for extra tools if I'm doing a specific task. So that is nice. With that being said, Definitely recommend a pipe reamer. You know, this does half to 1 inch, and you have the little set screw for the screwdriver. Kind of holds it in there, which is really nice. I don't keep a lot of wrenches on me, but a couple. This is 1/2 inch and 9/16. 9/16 a big one. I should probably have this open so you can see. It's a mess, but a keyhole saw, that's huge. Definitely recommend. A file. I mean, I don't know if everyone needs this, but if you're doing a lot of pipe work, bigger pipe, you definitely want a file. And my biggest tip to people out there is, if you cut a pipe, I don't care if you're just cutting it just to check, file it. Because if you forget, you're not gonna be, that's a bad time. So cut a pipe, file the pipe. Tin snips, definitely recommend keeping on you. You never know when you have to cut various metals. A level, I recommend having multiple levels. If you're doing water pipe work, it's nice to level your pipe, level your racks, your trapezes. I keep 2 magnet levels, and the DeWalt one's nice because you can set different angles if you need, 45, 22s, 65, whatever. The DeWalt one has this rotating angle, which is nice. And a plastic level when you're leveling, if you're leveling outlets or switch plates, a plastic level is nice to have so you're not marking up the walls. Extensions. This is a nice extension. I definitely recommend having extensions. A longer feeler drill bit. This is I think only 12 inches. I prefer a longer one. I had a long one, lost it. You know, these don't see a lot of use, so they kind of stay sharp. But definitely recommend having feeler bits. Drilling through walls, drilling through floors, see where you're at. Another pen tester I have. This one's kind of beat. I just have it. I don't even know if it works. Oh, it does. Look at that. This one has a little flashlight on it. I like the Klein ones that have the flashlights. Those are nice. Romex strippers. Like I said, I'm commercial. Don't do a lot of residential, but I've been in a lot lately in like bigger apartment buildings, and you're roughing. Highly recommend these. It makes life a lot faster. You know, you strip it, pull it off, done. You don't have to deal with it. These are really nice. A lot of people use their razor knives. I don't recommend that. But hey, you do what you want to do. Another set of channel locks. You know, you have compression things or anything. And, you know, I think it's great. You definitely need 2 pairs of channel locks. Highly recommend having 2 pair on you. This Makita little socket, 1/4 inch socket set. Highly recommend these. These are nice to have. Standard and metric. I like to put the other one back that I have right here. See if I can get it out of the... we'll deal with that later. But those I highly recommend. You can get them at Home Depot. I forgot what they are. They're cheap. 10, 15 bucks for a set. They come with a little 1/4 inch adapter there, and you have your all your sizes. I think this one's 9/16, which is like I said, it's a big size we use in the electrical field, electrical trade. A little adjustable wrench. Highly recommend keeping one of those on you. I have a metric and standard set of little Allen sets. They're not the best, but it's something to have on you. I have a little flashlight I found. Over here we have, I don't know what you call this, it's not a speed square, but a square of some sort. When you're doing panels and stuff, you want to make things all, uniform and nice and neat. Definitely one of these. These are a nice tool to have on you. I just had these in here because I kind of was cutting some PVC the other day. I wouldn't recommend carrying this every day, but some PVC cutters are nice to have. Don't recommend carrying them every day or keep them in your bag, but they're nice to have. That's not actually something I keep on me all the time. A hammer I do keep in here, a small 16-ounce hammer. You're gonna need a hammer, smack things around, staples, whatever. You need a hammer, a small one, keep in the bag. That's a nice option. I have this Klein nut driver. I actually haven't even used this. I got this from my company. There was like a giveaway at a company meeting. It was kind of cool. But this is a really nice. I don't know if I recommend. I mean, yeah, I'll keep it in the bag. It's nice to have all the sizes. But I don't use this that often. I have so many sockets, little 1/4-inch sockets you put in your drill. But I guess this is a nice one to have. I do have it in the bag, and I haven't used it. So take that information what you want. Gloves. I use gloves a lot. I like using gloves. I recommend gloves. Especially my big thing with gloves, a lot of people probably, you know, oh, you don't need it. Well, I recommend them because it keeps your hands clean. So if you're working, you know, you pull an MC, you're working with pipe, the pipe can be kind of dirty, and then you need to do something finish, like, I don't know, I mean, there's not a lot of scenarios where you're doing, like, or say you're putting up lights, like a scenario we had. We were pulling some wire, we were cutting in some 2x4 lights, so we were putting the lights up and then wiring them. And we were kind of doing, we weren't doing, I forgot how we were doing, but basically, you cut the light in and then you put the other 2x4, you take the gloves off, put the light in, you know, putting your greasy hands all over it. And then when you go to cut it in, you put the gloves back on, you're touching the MC. I like the gloves. That's just my recommendation. Gloves kind of keep your hands clean from touching finished stuff. Flashlights are huge. I recommend keeping a flashlight of some sort. I got this Milwaukee one here that I keep in there. It's magnetized. It's got a magnet on it. That's kind of metal there. It's a strong magnet. I recommend keeping a light. This is a nice light. Impact bits. Like I said, I keep this DeWalt case. It's a really nice DeWalt case. It's got the 2 magnets on the front. It's got like a lip in the back, so if you're working in a panel, you can kind of put it onto the lip of the panel. This is a really nice case. This is an old case. I like this case, but it does have an amount you can put in there, not a whole lot, but I do keep a lot of my bits in here. Drill bits. I have this Ryobi case. These are cheap, like 10 bucks for drill bits. I have a bunch of stuff in here, a lot of miscellaneous stuff. Unibits. Unibits are huge. You're going to use unibits a lot. It's funny, I don't know what people call these around the world. I hear everything. Unibits, step bits, Christmas tree bits. I think that's the funniest one, Christmas tree bit. You got a Christmas tree bit? You mean a unibit? Universal bit. I have a few of those, different sizes. Center punch. I like using a center punch. Mark out your holes with the square there and center punch your hole, your marks. All different bits, 1/4 inch and 3/8 are the big ones. Sometimes I like to start, if I'm trying to be, you know, accurate, I'll start with a smaller bit and just work my way up. So I definitely keep drill bits on me. You're going to use drill bits a lot. I recommend keeping the drill bit case on you. What else we got here? An extension. That's okay. We got hole saw arbors. I always keep the hole saw arbor on me. Usually keep smaller sizes, like 1 1/8. Yeah, these are pretty popular sizes. You know, if you drill a hole, you can put a couple MCs or a couple Romexes through with this size. So I usually keep this size in the bag. And I think it's the size if you're doing commercial where you have metal studs and you use a Romex. I think this is the size for the yellow grommets there. You pop in the stud. So I keep that, and then I keep a hole saw extension on me. Highly recommend that. And last thing I usually don't keep in here, but I forgot what I was doing. We were doing something in office space, and I was using it as a meter. Some type of meter. I usually don't keep a meter on me because I'm usually not doing any kind of live work. It's like commercial. It's a lot of roughing and you know, piping. I do a lot of piping distribution stuff, so I don't really use a meter that much. But I have this Klein one. I don't love Klein stuff, and I kind of was when I bought this. I was like, it's a nice meter, but I don't really like Klein. The Fluke one's a little more expensive. But so far, I do like this meter. I haven't used it a whole lot. It's got your got a backlight on it. Oh, you gotta hold the button. It's got a backlight on it. It does your amperage. I think it does, I don't know what size it's up to, 200 amps. So you can fit I don't know what size wire it is off the top of my head, but You can stick a wire in here and you can see what your amperage is. It's good for troubleshooting, see what's pulling, you know, what's going on with the wire. We take it 2 more. What's the load on the wire there? That's your amps. You got your voltage, your DC volt, AC volt, DC volt. Obviously, continuity is a big one that we use, and then ohms. And then we have, this is really nice too, because it's got a, if you hit this button on any mode, it's got a non-contact volt detector, basically like a tick tracer or a pen tester. I like this meter. I would probably recommend the Fluke one. I don't know the Fluke number off the top of my head. A lot of electricians have it. It's a nice meter, but this is a cheap version of that, if you will. This was 80 bucks, I believe, and so this one has the leads can come out. That the Fluke one they're kind of built into, which is really nice. I don't keep this on me at all the time. Like I said, it's kind of in here. I probably should, as an electrician, to keep a meter on you. And I keep, last thing in here, really. Oh, not last thing. I got the front pouch here, but paddle bits. I don't know what people call these spade bits, paddle bits. I call them paddle bits. The bigger sizes, the sizes mostly you're going to use are like 5/8. That's like the big one. I think, you know, you can get like a Romex of 2 with 5/8. And you can also, with, I don't know what size toggle bolts, 1/4 inch toggle bolts. 5/8 is about the perfect size for a 1/4 inch toggle bolt. So I keep a few sizes on me, nothing crazy. This bigger one here, I think is 1 1/8. That's a good one if you're roughing. You got a lot of you're going down the header and you got a few wires. 1 1/8, nice. So I keep these in here on me. I got another torpedo level in here. You probably wouldn't need this at all times. This is a drop-in anchor set tool. A lot of people probably won't need that. And then I have an old Greenlee torpedo level, pipe level. Lost one of the leveler things in there, but it does horizontal, which is nice. And then the front pouch. I keep some miscellaneous stuff in here. Another plug tester. 1/4 inch, sorry, not 1/4 inch, but I think it does up to 1/4 20. Tap sets. Tap sets are really nice to have on you at all times. I got this little stubby for when I do pipe stud, like stub pipe 90 bends. This is a really nice little tool. It's quick. It fits right on there. So you put the pipe right at the nose of the bender. This will still fit in there, and you can get a perfect 90 if you're, you know, crazy like me and you want to make sure everything's perfect. Big thing I highly recommend to every apprentice electrician to have is an Uglies book. This is basically a little code book. Well, it's kind of more than that. It's kind of more and less. It has a lot of reference things, a lot of field things. You know, the biggest thing, what I recommend to all the licensed guys and apprentices that are great with pipe, is you go to page 1. This is 168. I think 160 starts with the pipe end and stuff. But if you go right to 168 in the Uglies, it helps you with offsets, your back-to-back 90s. And the big one here is the saddle. You know, I know a lot of, especially me, speaking, you know, for myself, but I'm sure a lot of people, you don't do pipe for a while, you kind of forget things a little. Obviously 90s and offsets are pretty quick and easy. You don't really forget those. But when you're doing all sorts of, you know, saddles and back-to-back 90s, and just where to put the bender, you know, because the saddle's kind of weird, because you use the bender in the same spot twice and then you flip it. You got to remember that. Yeah, this is good to have. I definitely recommend everyone keeping an Uglies book on you. So that's it. That's basically my bag, what I keep on me. Some of these tools aren't, you know, they're very used. These aren't pretty. These aren't clean, you know. These are pretty beat up. Some stuff's, you know, quality. Some stuff's kind of cheap, you know. Ryobi drill bits. Not expensive stuff, but you know, you lose them, you break them, you know, they get dull, so you just buy another one of those, 10 bucks, and you got drill bits. You know, these are nice too, because, you know, if you're drilling something, you just got to drill a quick hole, and you don't have your your drill on. You can pop this in your impact and just get that hole real quick. I don't recommend drilling with impacts, but if you need a quick little hole and you got your impact on, you can do that. So these are the tools I carry pretty much every day. Obviously not everything you need electrical. There's a lot of tools to have, but this is basically what will get me through my commercial day, pretty much every day. So there's that. I'm gonna put all the stuff back. You don't need to watch that, but that's that.